Peanuts, despite being one of the most popular and affordable snacks worldwide, are not technically nuts. They belong to the legume family and grow underground, which makes them highly susceptible to contamination, particularly by a toxin known as aflatoxin. Aflatoxin is classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as a Group 1 carcinogen, meaning it has a proven link to liver cancer in humans. For seniors, whose detoxification systems are naturally declining with age, this toxin may accumulate in the body and lead to liver damage, chronic fatigue, and weakened immunity over time. In addition to contamination risks, peanuts are extremely rich in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess and without enough omega-3 to balance, can lead to chronic inflammation. This silent inflammation often targets the joints and muscles, contributing to pain, stiffness, and decreased mobility. Long-term imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 is also associated with arterial stiffness, which increases the risk of heart disease and cognitive decline, two conditions that disproportionately affect those over 60. Another overlooked concern with peanuts is their vitamin K content, which may interfere with anticoagulant medications such as warfarin. These blood thinners are commonly prescribed to older adults with heart conditions or a history of stroke. When vitamin K intake is inconsistent, it can either reduce the effectiveness of the medication or lead to dangerous fluctuations in blood clotting, resulting in bleeding risks or thrombotic events. Many people believe that peanut butter is a healthier or more convenient alternative. However, most commercial peanut butters are loaded with hydrogenated oils, added sugars, and excessive sodium. These additives not only contribute to elevated blood pressure and weight gain but also negatively affect memory and cardiovascular health. Regular consumption of these processed versions can quietly strain the liver, impair blood vessel function, and even worsen insulin resistance. Finally, for seniors with dentures, weakened teeth, or swallowing difficulties, the sticky texture of peanut butter may pose a choking hazard or increase the risk of aspiration. One small spoonful might not cause immediate harm, but when consumed daily, the cumulative effects on the body, especially the brain, joints, and circulatory system, can be significant. In conclusion, while peanuts may appear harmless and are often marketed as heart-healthy, they carry hidden risks for older adults. From liver toxicity to inflammatory overload and drug interactions, they are far from ideal for senior nutrition. For anyone over 60, especially those dealing with chronic pain, cardiovascular issues, or cognitive decline, it is wise to reconsider daily peanut consumption and explore safer, more supportive alternatives. Cashews are often considered a luxurious and health-conscious snack due to their creamy texture and rich taste. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, cashews can pose several hidden health risks that may outweigh their perceived benefits. One of the primary concerns is their high oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds that can bind to calcium in the digestive tract, forming insoluble crystals that are flushed out rather than absorbed. Over time, this process depletes the body of calcium, which is crucial for maintaining bone density. For older adults already at risk of osteoporosis, reduced calcium absorption can result in brittle bones, increasing the likelihood of fractures even with minor falls. Another important issue is cashews' high glycemic index compared to other nuts. While most nuts are low in carbohydrates, cashews contain enough sugar to cause a noticeable spike in blood glucose levels. For individuals with diabetes or prediabetes, a common condition among the elderly, this can disrupt blood sugar control and contribute to complications like neuropathy, vision loss, and cardiovascular disease. Repeated glucose spikes also damage the small blood vessels in the legs, impairing wound healing and increasing the risk of foot ulcers or infection. Cashews are also implicated in kidney stone formation. The same oxalates that hinder calcium absorption can accumulate in the kidneys, especially in individuals with low fluid intake or pre-existing kidney issues. These oxalate crystals can form painful kidney stones, which often require medical intervention and may worsen existing urinary tract issues common in aging adults, such as frequent nighttime urination or weak bladder control. From a mechanical standpoint, the sticky, dense texture of cashews makes them a choking hazard for seniors with dry mouth, weakened jaw muscles, or missing teeth. Older adults who experience difficulty swallowing, known as dysphagia, are at particular risk. Even a small piece of cashew can lodge in the throat or enter the airway, leading to aspiration pneumonia or, in severe cases, sudden choking emergencies. Despite their reputation as a healthy food, the combination of oxalates, glycemic impact, kidney stress, and choking risk makes cashews a less than ideal choice for older individuals. These risks are compounded by the fact that cashews are often eaten mindlessly as snacks, leading to overconsumption. Furthermore, many commercially sold cashews are roasted with added salt, oils, or flavorings, further burdening the kidneys and cardiovascular system. In summary, while cashews may offer some nutritional value, they come with hidden threats that make them unsuitable for many seniors, particularly those with bone issues, blood sugar concerns, or kidney sensitivity. Replacing cashews with safer alternatives like almonds or walnuts can provide similar satisfaction without compromising health. Awareness and moderation are key, especially in later years when even small dietary choices can have a big impact on well-being. Pine nuts, often viewed as a delicate and elegant ingredient in gourmet dishes, can pose significant health risks for older adults. Though small in size, these nuts contain bioactive compounds that can interfere with drug metabolism in the liver. Specifically, pine nuts may inhibit cytochrome P450 enzymes, a group of enzymes responsible for metabolizing many commonly prescribed medications, including blood pressure drugs, antidepressants, and statins. When these enzymes are suppressed, medications can accumulate in the bloodstream, leading to toxicity, irregular heart rhythms, dangerously low blood pressure, or even strokes. This risk is especially pronounced in older individuals who are often on multiple medications simultaneously. Another lesser-known complication linked to pine nut consumption is pine mouth, or metallic mouth syndrome. This condition involves a persistent metallic taste in the mouth that usually appears 1 to 2 days after ingestion and may last for several days. While not dangerous in younger individuals, this unpleasant taste can severely reduce appetite in seniors, many of whom already struggle with reduced hunger, dry mouth, or altered taste perception due to age or medication. Loss of appetite can quickly lead to unintended weight loss, muscle wasting, fatigue, and increased risk of malnutrition, a critical issue in aging populations. Furthermore, pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which, although beneficial in small amounts, are chemically unstable and prone to oxidation when exposed to air, heat, or light. Oxidized fats produce free radicals, which are known to damage brain cells and accelerate cognitive decline. Long-term oxidative stress is closely linked with neurodegenerative diseases, memory loss, and slower reflexes in older adults. Consuming rancid or poorly stored pine nuts may silently contribute to brain aging and loss of mental sharpness. The physical size and texture of pine nuts also present a practical risk. Their small, smooth shape makes them easy to accidentally inhale, particularly in seniors with dry mouth, reduced saliva production, or difficulty swallowing, conditions common in aging. If a pine nut enters the airway, it can trigger aspiration pneumonia, a potentially life-threatening infection, or cause sudden choking. These complications are not uncommon in eldercare settings and can lead to hospitalization or worse outcomes. Although pine nuts are rich in magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E, their risk profile outweighs the benefits for many people over 60. Most of these risks are cumulative and silent, meaning the damage builds up gradually and may go unnoticed until a serious health event occurs. Given these concerns, ranging from drug interactions and appetite disruption to brain damage and airway obstruction, pine nuts should be consumed with extreme caution or avoided altogether by older adults, especially those on medications or with underlying health conditions. Almonds are among the most nutritionally dense nuts and offer a wide range of health benefits, especially for adults over the age of 60. One of their most valuable contributions lies in their high calcium and magnesium content, both essential minerals for maintaining strong bones. With age, bone density naturally decreases, particularly in postmenopausal women, increasing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Just 100 grams of almonds provide over 260 milligrams of calcium, comparable to a glass of milk, without the digestive discomfort often associated with dairy in older adults. Magnesium plays a supportive role by helping calcium get directed to bones and teeth rather than being deposited in arteries, reducing both osteoporosis and arterial stiffness. In addition to bone health, almonds are a rich source of plant-based protein and healthy monounsaturated fats, which support muscle preservation and reduce systemic inflammation. Sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, affects a large portion of the elderly population and contributes to weakness, balance issues, and falls. Including almonds in the daily diet provides essential amino acids that help maintain muscle mass and strength, promoting independence in everyday activities. Another notable benefit is the presence of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant found in high concentrations in almonds. Vitamin E protects nerve and muscle cells from oxidative damage, slowing down the cognitive decline often associated with aging. Moreover, the brown skin of almonds contains flavonoids, plant compounds known to reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improve circulation, and enhance arterial elasticity. These effects are especially relevant for older adults with cardiovascular risk factors such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, or high cholesterol. Almonds also contain a healthy amount of soluble fiber, which supports digestion and helps prevent constipation, a common issue among seniors due to reduced physical activity. Medication side effects, or dehydration. Improved digestion also aids in nutrient absorption, ensuring that the body utilizes vitamins and minerals more efficiently. In terms of usage, almonds are highly versatile. Experts recommend consuming 10 to 15 whole almonds daily, preferably raw and unsalted. They can be added to oatmeal, ground into almond flour for baking, or turned into almond butter for a heart-healthy spread. It's best to avoid roasted almonds with added salt, sugar, or oil, as these additives may counteract the nut's health benefits. A real-life example comes from Linda, a 68-year-old retired teacher who began eating almonds every morning with her oatmeal. After 3 months, she reported reduced joint pain and improved results on her bone density scan. Her experience is one of many that highlight how small dietary changes can make a meaningful difference. In conclusion, almonds are not just a snack, they are a therapeutic food that nourishes the bones, protects the heart, supports the brain, and strengthens the body. For older adults seeking simple, sustainable ways to stay strong and independent, almonds are a daily choice worth making. Walnuts are widely recognized as one of the most brain-supportive foods available, and their benefits become increasingly relevant for individuals over 60. One of their most important nutrients is alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. ALA plays a key role in maintaining the flexibility of neuronal cell membranes, which supports faster and more efficient communication between brain cells. This translates into sharper memory, better reflexes, and improved balance, functions that often decline with age and increase the risk of falls and cognitive impairment. In addition to ALA, walnuts are rich in polyphenols, powerful antioxidants capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier. Once inside the brain, these compounds neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and protect neurons from oxidative damage. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that seniors who regularly consumed walnuts performed better on memory and executive function tests than those who did not. These effects are especially important for reducing the risk of Alzheimer's disease and age-related dementia. Walnuts also contribute to cardiovascular and muscular health through their high arginine content. Arginine is an amino acid that promotes the production of nitric oxide, a compound that helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. Better circulation ensures that oxygen and nutrients are delivered efficiently to muscle tissues and the brain, which supports both physical performance and mental clarity. For seniors who may suffer from reduced blood flow or vascular stiffness, this is a valuable protective effect. Another unique benefit of walnuts is their natural melatonin content. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. As people age, natural melatonin production often decreases, leading to insomnia or poor sleep quality. Consuming a few walnuts in the evening can support deeper, more restorative sleep, which in turn allows the body to repair muscle tissue, consolidate memory, and refresh mood. Improved sleep is also linked to better immune function and lower inflammation levels. For practical use, health experts recommend eating 3 to 4 whole walnuts per day. They can be consumed raw, lightly roasted, or mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or salads. Due to their strong nutty flavor, some people may prefer them toasted to enhance taste. It is best to store walnuts in a cool, dark place or in the refrigerator to prevent the oils from becoming rancid. A heartwarming example is Mr. Thomas, a 73-year-old retired engineer who reported frequent forgetfulness and mental fatigue. After adding walnuts to his breakfast routine and walking daily, he regained focus and confidence, even helping his grandson with homework. His case illustrates how small, consistent changes in diet can yield noticeable cognitive and emotional improvements. In conclusion, walnuts are a functional superfood for older adults, nourishing the mind, enhancing circulation, and supporting restful sleep. For those seeking mental clarity and physical vitality in their golden years, a few walnuts a day offer lasting value. Pistachios are not only visually appealing with their vibrant green hue and partially open shells but also nutritionally valuable, especially for older adults. One of their key benefits is their high potassium content. With approximately 1,025 mg per 100 grams, Potassium plays a critical role in regulating blood pressure by balancing sodium levels and relaxing blood vessel walls. For seniors, whose arteries may become stiffer and more sensitive to salt intake, maintaining a healthy potassium to sodium ratio is essential to lower the risk of hypertension, strokes, and heart disease. Improved circulation also means better oxygen delivery to the lower extremities, helping maintain leg strength and stability, a vital factor in fall prevention. In addition to cardiovascular benefits, pistachios are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that concentrate in the macula of the eye, the central part of the retina responsible for detailed vision. These compounds act as natural filters for blue light and protect retinal cells from oxidative damage. With aging, the macula becomes more vulnerable, leading to blurred vision or age-related macular degeneration, AMD. Including pistachios in the daily diet can help preserve visual acuity, which is important not only for reading or recognizing faces but also for maintaining balance while walking. Interestingly, pistachios offer subtle neuromuscular benefits through the action of shelling them. The physical act of cracking open each shell stimulates hand-eye coordination, fine motor control, and cognitive focus, functions that often decline with age. This small, repetitive motion can serve as a form of low-effort, engaging activity that supports neurological and muscular function, particularly in individuals experiencing early-stage cognitive decline or hand stiffness. Beyond physical benefits, pistachios also have emotional and sensory value. Their natural colors and the tactile act of eating them contribute to mood enhancement and appetite stimulation. For older adults who may suffer from low appetite, fatigue, or mild depression, this simple sensory experience can make mealtime more enjoyable. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who included pistachios in their diet for 12 weeks showed improvements in energy levels, emotional well-being, and overall dietary satisfaction. To gain these benefits without introducing excess salt or sugar, experts recommend consuming 30 grams per day, equivalent to about 40 to 45 unsalted, unsweetened pistachios. They can be enjoyed on their own, sprinkled over salads, paired with fruit, or added to grain bowls. Choosing raw or dry roasted varieties helps retain nutrients while avoiding harmful additives. One real-life example is Ms. Porcel Lords, a 68-year-old woman who began eating pistachios as a midday snack. Within 2 months, her blood pressure stabilized, and she reported feeling more energized and emotionally balanced. Her experience illustrates how simple dietary adjustments can support heart health, eye protection, and mental uplift, key pillars of healthy aging. In summary, pistachios are a joyful and functional food that supports physical, visual, and emotional health. A daily handful can offer far more than flavor. It can support a longer, more independent life. While nuts can offer significant health benefits, the quality and form in which they are consumed play a critical role in determining whether they support or harm the body, especially in adults over 60. Many common mistakes in selecting, storing, or preparing nuts can negate their nutritional value or even introduce unexpected health risks. Therefore, knowing how to choose safe, high-quality nuts is essential for protecting long-term health. First and foremost, always choose raw, whole nuts that are unsalted and unsweetened. Added salt contributes to hypertension, while added sugars can raise blood glucose levels and increase the risk of metabolic syndrome, especially in seniors with diabetes or prediabetes. Nuts coated in honey, caramel, or chocolate may look appealing but often come with a high glycemic load and added trans fats, which increase inflammation and cardiovascular risk. Spiced or flavored nuts may also contain preservatives, artificial coloring, or MSG, which can cause allergic reactions or interfere with medication. In terms of freshness, opt for nuts that are labeled with a clear expiration date and come from reputable suppliers. Nuts contain natural oils that are prone to oxidation, especially when exposed to air, heat, or light. Oxidized oils form harmful compounds known as free radicals, which can damage cells, accelerate aging, and contribute to chronic inflammation. For this reason, avoid pre-ground nut products like nut flours or chopped nut toppings unless they are vacuum sealed and freshly packaged. Storage is equally important. To prolong shelf life and preserve nutritional integrity, store nuts in airtight glass or BPA-free plastic containers, and keep them in a cool, dark, and dry environment, such as a pantry, refrigerator, or freezer. Avoid storing nuts in open bags, near the stove, or under direct sunlight, as heat accelerates spoilage. If a nut smells bitter, rancid, or has an unusual taste, discard it immediately. Another overlooked tip is to inspect the surface of the nuts for mold, cracks, or discoloration. These are signs of poor handling or contamination. Moldy nuts, particularly peanuts, may contain aflatoxins, which are toxic compounds linked to liver damage and cancer. Seniors with weakened immune systems are especially vulnerable to these contaminants. For those with difficulty chewing, consider soaking raw nuts in filtered water for a few hours to soften them. However, be cautious not to soak or store them too long at room temperature, as this may promote bacterial growth. After soaking, dry the nuts thoroughly before consuming or refrigerating. In summary, safe nut consumption involves more than just selecting a healthy type. It requires mindful purchasing, proper storage, and attention to additives. By choosing fresh, unprocessed nuts from trustworthy sources and storing them correctly, older adults can fully benefit from their nutritional potential, without compromising safety or health. In the journey of aging well, the smallest daily choices often lead to the biggest long-term outcomes. Something as simple as the type of nut you eat each day can play a surprising role in shaping your strength, memory, balance, and overall well-being. Through this video, we've uncovered a vital truth. Not all nuts are created equal, especially when it comes to the unique needs of people over 60. To recap, there are certain types of nuts that, despite their popularity, carry silent risks for older adults. Peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts, while commonly consumed, can interfere with medications, raise inflammation, damage bones, or impair cognitive and digestive health. These effects are often subtle at first but may accumulate over time, contributing to fatigue, joint pain, memory issues, or even serious events like falls, choking, or hospitalization. In contrast, almonds, walnuts, and pistachios provide meaningful, evidence-based benefits for the aging body and mind. Almonds strengthen bones, regulate blood pressure, and support digestive health. Walnuts nourish the brain, improve circulation, and enhance sleep quality. Pistachios promote heart health, protect the eyes, and even improve hand-eye coordination and mood. Each of these nuts contributes to a healthier, more independent life when consumed with intention and in moderation. The key takeaway is this: you don't need drastic changes or expensive supplements. You simply need to choose wisely. A single handful of the right nut, each day, can help preserve your mobility, sharpen your mind, and uplift your emotional well-being. It's a quiet act of self-care that adds up over time, helping you live more fully, with strength and clarity, as you continue your health journey. Remember this: aging is not about decline, it's about adaptation, and with the right support, nutritional, physical, and emotional, you can remain active, alert, and joyful at every stage of life. Let each meal, each snack, each mindful choice be a step toward a more vibrant you. If today's insights have been valuable to you, please consider liking this video, sharing it with someone you care about, and subscribing to Health is Gold. This channel is your companion in making small, practical decisions that build a strong foundation for graceful aging. And if you've had personal experiences with any of the nuts we discussed, we'd love to hear from you in the comments, because knowledge grows stronger when we share it together. Until next time, stay nourished, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a simple daily habit. Your health is your greatest wealth. Protect it, one bite at a time.